Imagine a world where the balance between two global giants teeters on the edge, threatening to plunge us into the abyss of a third world war. Today, we unravel the spine-chilling saga of rising tensions between China and the United States, a conflict that has brought naval warships within a hair's breadth of catastrophe. Strap in, because what you're about to witness is not just history in the making. It's the clash of titans, a story marked by the infamous 9-line, secret naval maneuvers, and a precarious dance between superpowers. Before we plunge into the depths of this geopolitical thriller, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, hit that notification bell, and like this video to show your support, and join the conversation in the comments below. Your insights matter as we navigate the twists and turns of this critical juncture in world affairs. Let's embark on this journey together. In recent times, the friction between China and the United States has reached unprecedented levels, leaving the world on edge. Both nations seem to be treading the fine line between peace and the specter of war. What brings us to this critical juncture? The answer lies in the heart of the South China Sea, where the stage is set for a potential clash of titans. The catalyst for this looming conflict can be traced to a perilous encounter between the US Navy and the Chinese Navy, a standoff that could have spiraled into a full-blown catastrophe. What makes this incident even more alarming is China's steadfast refusal to back down, despite numerous objections from neighboring countries. The South China Sea, a strategic waterway facilitating trillions of dollars in trade annually, has become a battleground where China asserts dominance. As experts issue warnings about severe consequences, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of uncertainty. The infamous 9-line plays a pivotal role in China's quest for superpower status, and we'll delve into the geopolitical intricacies surrounding this symbolic claim. As we plunge deeper into the geopolitical quagmire, let's dissect the infamous 9-line and the grand ambitions fueling China's territorial claims in the South China Sea. This maritime chessboard has become a hotbed of contention, with China drawing 9 dashes around its vicinity, symbolizing an audacious claim to vast expanses of the sea. But why 9? In Chinese culture, the number 9 is considered lucky, and China has strategically employed it to outline its territory. However, it's crucial to understand that this demarcation is not grounded in any international law or treaty. It's essentially China's way of declaring, "We want all of this, and it's ours, end of story." It's worth noting that Vietnam, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, and Brunei, all bordering nations, staunchly oppose China's aggressive assertions. Vietnam in particular finds itself once again entangled in a historical tug-of-war, having been a victim for centuries and grappling to maintain its ground in this modern geopolitical arena. The 9-line, despite its lack of international recognition, serves as a constant reminder of China's desire to establish dominance over this strategic waterway.
Leave immediately and keep her off so as to avoid any misunderstanding. I'm warning you again. Leave immediately.
Now, let's navigate through the stormy seas of recent events, where the presence of the US Navy off the shores of Vietnam has injected a new layer of complexity into the already tense South China Sea drama. On June 25th, 2023, the Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier, a symbol of American naval might, dropped anchor in Da Nang, Vietnam, marking the third such visit since the end of the Vietnam War. This strategic move raised eyebrows in China. The 3-ship task force, comprising the USS Ronald Reagan and the guided missile cruisers USS Robert Smalls and USS Antietam, lingered in Vietnam for 6 days. The Navy, usually tight-lipped about the duration of such visits, kept the details under wraps initially, likely due to security considerations. Why does this matter? The US's attempt to forge closer ties with Vietnam is more than a diplomatic gesture. It's a strategic move to woo Vietnam into an alliance against its neighbor China. The prospect of having a US base directly in the South China Sea could redefine regional power dynamics, It means warships wouldn't have to sail back to Japan, Guam, or Hawaii for refueling and rearming, presenting a potential game changer in the geopolitical landscape. Vietnam, however, treads cautiously, acutely aware of the delicate balance it must maintain. With an 806-mile border shared with China, Vietnam has a historical context of strained relations, including the Chinese invasion in 1979. While the visit is intended to mark the 10th anniversary of the Vietnam-US Comprehensive Partnership, it's also a strategic chess move amid rising tensions. The geopolitical dance between the US and Vietnam in the South China Sea echoes historical lessons. Vietnam's past decisions, such as opening its naval bases to the Soviet Union in the late 1970s, played a role in shaping the geopolitical landscape. The normalization of US-China relations in 1979 was, in part, a response to these moves. Now let's shift our focus to Taiwan, a critical player in the South China Sea saga, as it faces relentless pressure from an assertive China. The root of this tension lies in China's claim to indisputable sovereignty over the South China Sea islands and their surrounding waters. President Xi Jinping's unequivocal statement on the reunification of Taiwan, coupled with the not-so-distant possibility of using force, amplifies the geopolitical stakes. Situated just 100 miles off southeast China's coast, Taiwan holds a strategic position within the First Island chain, a series of US-friendly territories crucial to American foreign policy. The prospect of China taking control of Taiwan could potentially reshape power dynamics in the Western Pacific, allowing it to project power further, even threatening US military bases as far as Guam and Hawaii. However, China insists its intentions are purely peaceful. The historical backdrop adds layers to this complex narrative. Taiwan, initially under Chinese control during the Qing dynasty, exchanged hands multiple times, including being ceded to Japan in 1895. Post-World War II, it returned to Chinese control, but a civil war led to the establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949, forcing Chiang Kai-shek's Nationalist Party, Kuomintang, to flee to Taiwan. The dispute hinges on interpretations of history. China points to the island's Qing dynasty roots, while Taiwan asserts that it was never part of the modern Chinese state formed after the 1911 Revolution or the People's Republic of China established in 1949. The island's strategic importance, however, extends beyond historical claims. Taiwan, as the epicenter of the global electronics industry, holds significant influence. The Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC, a single Taiwanese company, controls over half of the world's market share in chip manufacturing. Beijing's control over Taiwan would undoubtedly provide a substantial advantage in a crucial global industry. But can Taiwan defend itself against the might of a superpower like China? The answer is complex. Taiwan, a relatively small island, might resort to guerrilla tactics to slow down a potential Chinese invasion while waiting for external assistance, potentially from the United States. Adding to the rising tension is the militarization of Mischief Reef, just 135 miles from the Philippines' Palawan Island. What was once claimed to be a fisherman's shelter is now revealed through satellite images to house large anti-aircraft guns and probable close-in weapons systems. The Asia Maritime Transparency Initiative, AMTI, suggests that this militarization signifies preparation for a future conflict. As tensions rise and uncertainties loom, it's clear that China's actions in the South China Sea have broader implications. The international community must remain vigilant, advocating for peaceful and diplomatic solutions to prevent a potential global conflict. As we await unfolding events, share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses. Your support helps us continue delivering quality content. Leave a like and we'll catch you in the next video. Stay informed, stay curious.